Jolly and Pig. For Murray High, it's English, it's Fleener, Hornbuckle, Curtis, and Clark, and we are ready to play Boys District Championship basketball from the Jeff. Hornbuckle and French in the tap circle. The toss is in the air, and it's controlled by Fleener of Murray High. Zach with a bounce coming left. English is open for three. It's on the way, and it is good. Preston English, and the boys' championship game starts with the ripple of the triple. English dials up the Kennedy's Fan Shop three-point field goal. 3-0 Murray High, 7:40 to play in the first. Jolly has it on right wing. He's got Pig off the curl, was looking for three, but English denies. Walters will have it. He's deep and left of the key against Curtis. Now back to Pig. Swing it right side, Jolly. To French straight away. Hornbuckle runs him off the three. It comes to Pig left side. Defended by English. Now Walters. Cycle it right through Jolly to Smith. Now French straight away for three. It is no good and rebounded by Clark. To Curtis it comes. The Tigers on the run. Dwayne pushing down the left side. Draws a pair of defenders to Clark. Clark is straight away against Smith. Attacks him with a bounce and gives up to Fleener. Coach Fleener will give in the half-court offensive signal. 7:03 to play in the first. It's 3-0. The Tigers lead. Fleener picks up his bounce, comes right side. Jolly got hit in the face inadvertently. He is on the floor into the corner. Curtis open. Kennedy's Fan Shop three won't go. Rebounded by Walters, and with a change of possession, they can stop play. But Jolly has absolutely had his lights turned out. And I don't think it was an intentional or a malicious blow to the head by any means. But Jolly hit in the head, I think maybe in the temple. No, the jaw. He's been hit in the jaw. You can see that clearly now as he comes to his feet. And Jolly is holding right now the left side of his face, now both hands on his head. And this would be a significant loss for Gus Gillespie. And, of course, concussion protocols now are such that it would not be improbable if Jolly could not return in this one. We'll see what happens and develops there. Marshall County has the basketball, 6:40 to play in the first. They trail 3-0. Walters deep on the left side, defended by Fleener. The ball comes straight away to Reed. Right wing catch French. Into the corner, Pig has it. Pig drives the baseline. English knocks it away. The ball is loose on the deck, and Curtis has it for Murray High. Gives to English. They're on the run. Preston coming left side. He's got Clark to his right. Kick out for Ethan. He'll drive it to the baseline right side. Now cycles it out to Fleener. Fleener drives it. He's got Curtis in the corner along the baseline. Relocate to Fleener. Whips it to Clark. Right corner. He's going to drive it into the lane. Kick out Fleener. Spinning and handing off for English. Preston will pull three, and he's got another one. Preston English, ladies and gentlemen, back-to-back Kennedy's Fan Shop three-point field goals, and Marshall County to the Murray Electric 32nd timeout. It's 6-0 Tigers, and the team with the energy, the team with the electric start there on the Murray High sideline.
There's nothing worse than when your favorite beverage loses its frosty goodness. That's why we made the Rambler Tumbler. The Rambler has double-wall vacuum insulation for maximum cold retention. In fact, keeps ice 2 times longer than plastic tumblers. And that vacuum insulation gives it a no-sweat design. It's available in 2 sizes, the 30-ounce and 20-ounce. There's nothing better than a Rambler to keep your frosty drink frosty.
In front Tuesday night, quickly in arrears in this championship game. Full court pressure going to be applied by the men from Murray High. Reed will enter. Aaron Reed, the sophomore forward, wears number 35 to Pig. Pig whip it back to Reed. Reed working against Clark, and now back to Pig it comes, still in the backcourt. Now he'll cross it and give to Walters left side. Walters defended by Fleener. Walters will have a significant size advantage there. Pig going to whip it to French, cycle it and swing it left side to Smith. Here's Walters with the catch up top. He's straight away. Fleener will turn him from a driving lane, and they'll come with French with a up-high catch. Boy, if I had Walters, I'd isolate and let that kid work off the bounce. Here's Pig, catch and shoot, and DJ Pig, we've told you about how dangerous he is from deep, and he answers one of the 2 English threes there. It's a 6-3 Tiger lead as Marshall's all-time three-point leader connects. Here's English through the back door from Clark. A lot of contact, no call, couldn't finish. Boy, I love that play where they lift the defense with a high post catch. English was wide open through the back door, bumped, couldn't finish. No call comes, and the Marshals have the basketball trailing by 3. Pig for French. French straight away. Move it left wing to Walters. Back to French it comes. Hornbuckle respecting his shooting range. Into the corner, right side, Reed. Reed defended there by Clark, and Ethan is a very fine defensive player. Walters on left wing. Doesn't like the 3 ball. He prefers to drive it at you. French will take the 3, and he connects. And everybody has out their long-distance cards here. Marshall County with a second triple, and we're tied at 6. How about that quick answer from the men from Marshall County? Fleener behind the back, going by Walters into the corner. Curtis for 3 more. Yes, sir. It's a Kennedy's Fan Shop 3-point field goal. Open your umbrella. It's raining threes inside Jeffrey Gymnasium. 9-6, the Tiger lead. 4:24 to play in the first. Reed driving it into the lane. Leaning jumper over Hornbuckle. Won't go. Tapped by Clark. Rebounded by Fleener. And a loose ball whistle on Walters, I believe. Yep, and not a great way to spend one, as important as he is to this team. Murray High with the basketball and a 3-point advantage. That foul on Walters, our first whistle of the contest of the foul variety. Curtis working high left side, comes left wing, hands off for Fleener. Fleener comes right to Curtis. Curtis tries to drive it back to Zach. It comes. He's going to pull a left elbow jumper from 17 feet. It hits nothing but the bottom of the sack. 11-6. It's a 5-point Tiger advantage, and they are quite literally knocking the bottom out every time. Beautiful shooting from the Tigers here. Walters spinning, kicking for French. His right wing 3 is airborne and good. Matthew French, we warned you, the big fella, but a weapon from downtown. His second triple, he's got 6, and Marshall County says battle joined again. 11-9. Fleener in the lane for Hornbuckle. Knocked away and stolen by French. A foul on Hornbuckle. And it'll be Marshall County basketball. 3:26 to play here in the first. Full court pressure going to be applied by the Tigers. They'll go to the Murray Insurance Agency substitution. Senior guard Bryant Foster, who wears number 5, and senior forward Javante McClure wears number 34. Hornbuckle and Curtis will rest. Fleener, English, and Clark remain on the floor. Walters has it. Left side of the backcourt. He'll be defended by Fleener and trapped by Clark. Ball comes back to Reed, still in the backcourt. Now front court to Pig, right side. Back to Walters, straight away. 3:15 and ticking in the first. It's a 2-point Tiger lead. French at left elbow, crossing for Walters on right wing. They clear the side and he drives it. Attacking to the baseline, doubled by Foster, gives up to French, moving out top to Reed, back to Pig. Well done defensively by the Tigers, and Marshall County will reset in the half court. French high and straight away. McClure matching him, honoring that shooting range he's already displayed to Pig. Back to French. McClure right up underneath him. It comes to Jolly, and good news for Marshall County. Jolly, who was knocked to the floor with an inadvertent elbow to the jaw, he's back. The junior guard has it in the left corner against Foster. Jolly wants to drive it, spins, lost it, gets it back, powers up over Foster, off glass, no. Jolly has his own miss. He goes up again. Contact, no. Reed has another rebound and fouled by McClure. And Marshall County, a little persistence paying on the offensive 10. And this is what we saw from Marshall County on Tuesday night. Of course, they didn't get off to the same overwhelming start they did against Callaway County, but their engagement, their effort level has been consistently brilliant. And the sophomore forward Reed will try from the free throw line. He connects. It was short, but propelled off the glass and down through. 11-10, and Aaron Reed can tie this game with 2:27 remaining in the first quarter. Again, Reed fires. This one is well short. It is an air ball. And that chant of derision will spring up tepidly, though, I might say, from the Murray High student section. You got to give a guy a business on that one, don't you? 2:25 left here in the first. A 1-point Tiger advantage. Fleener for English. Jolly in the passing lane, tries to take it, but English has it. Gives off to Foster. Foster wanted to trigger 3, but Reed denies that look. Back out to Fleener. 2:12 to play here in the first. 11-10 Tigers. Fleener goes behind his back, coming right toward the corner. Ball screen from McClure. Looking for English on a little elevator cut. Nothing there, so Fleener will pull back and they'll reset. Fleener wants the lane against the bigger French. Powers into him. Up off glass. It nearly ducked down and stayed. Rattled out, but 2 Taylor Family Dental free throws coming for Zach Fleener. Good take. Recognized he had the bigger man. And Fleener, one of the quicker guards off the bounce in this region. Zach's first free throw is through there pure. He has 3. French exits as Skylar Smith returns. And Malik Britt going to be a Murray Insurance Agency substitution. Fleener missed the second, so Malik will have to wait for the next dead ball. 12-10 Tigers, a minute 45 to play in the first. Smith for Reed, defended by Clark. Now it comes out high to Pig, deep on the right side. Walters working against Fleener. Always got Pig through the back door. Pig against McClure. McClure blocks the shot. Well defended by Javante McClure. Fleener has it into the front court. Goes by Walters. Drops off for McClure. McClure kicking to Foster. Foster has it deep and straight away, and he'll give it up to Fleener with a minute 24 to play in the first. English has the catch. Hand off, and they'll run him off the high rub screen. English going to drive it past Jolly. Coming at Smith. Teardrop good. Boy, that's the additional element that makes Preston English so good offensively. Now you run at him. He'll blow by and lay it in. Gorgeous. 14-10 Tigers. A minute 3 to play in the first. Pig looking for Walters, knocked out of bounds. Foster and McClure active defensively in the passing lane. Britt will enter now. Malik, the Murray Insurance Agency substitution. Clark will get a rest. DJ Pig will enter. Left offensive baseline for the Marshals. He gets it to the diving Reed, and they call held ball, the arrow with Marshall County. English and McClure on the spot defensively there. They made the mistake of allowing the deep dive catch, but right there to stop Reed's attempt. Now Jolly will enter. He's got Pig, catch and shoot 3, doesn't need much room, and he didn't need any there. DJ Pig, his second 3-point field goal. He's got 6. He's pulled the Marshals with 1. An error in coverage by the Tigers there. The sharpshooter rings the bell and pulls the Marshals within 1. Final 45 seconds of the first. Foster in the right corner. Handing off for English. English attacking off glass good. Boy, Preston English has the entire arsenal on display. He's got 10 first quarter points. 16-13, the Tigers lead it. Final 30 seconds of the quarter. Smith, double team by Britt McClure. He gets loose down the baseline. Kick out Pig. Pig moves it for Jolly. Open 3 left corner. Buried it. And we're tied at 16. And that is 5 threes for Marshall County in the first quarter. Again, 5 3-point field goals by the Marshals. Final 10 seconds. English at the controls. Jolly defending. 7 seconds now. Time to go. Preston attacking. Will he step back? Now he attacks again, and that's an offensive foul. Yep, he ran through Jolly. And that was exceptionally well done by Dawson Jolly. Moving his feet well, and the defensive end is where he earns his money. Just made the big 3 moments ago, but a great defensive stand there. 1.8 remaining in the quarter, 16 all tie. Pig's going to heave it from near midcourt. It's on the way from 48 feet and off the glass. No good. What an entertaining first quarter of action. The boys' 4th District Tournament Championship game. The Tigers and Marshals playing at an exceedingly high level and fittingly tied after 1. 16 all. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Back with second quarter action on the Froggy Land Sports Network.
We've been able to help our families and community grow for over 15 years.
People in our community have goals and dreams just like everyone.
We do more than just banking. This is a people-first business.
Over the years, banking technology has changed.
There's never been more ways for us to serve our customers.
Online and mobile banking that includes features allowing you to make deposits from your phone.
So you can always have access to your money when you need it.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I'm very proud to say that's my bank.
Of their 16 points coming from downtown, they made 5 threes, 2 by Pig, 2 by French, and 1 by Jolly. Murray High will possess the basketball as we open this second quarter. Although I could swear that Murray High got the last held ball on the English McClure held ball there. But they open here with the second quarter. Curtis for Fleener on the baseline. Shot up, won't go, but he's fouled. French, I believe, will be the guilty party. And a beautiful find there. Fleener working along the baseline from Curtis. And Zach back to the Taylor Family Dental free throw line. 7:48 left in the first half. Zach connects. He has 4. Been playing with some really good offensive confidence of late. Fleener not a three-point shooter per se, but has looked really good getting himself into that off-the-bounce elbow jumper. We saw it from him a couple of times against Carlisle County Friday night. He's already made one here tonight, shooting that shot with confidence. And he makes both free throws there. He has 5. And the Tigers lead 18-16. They apply full court pressure. Walters for Reed. Reed's going to be trapped in the half court if they can get him stopped, but Clark's going to be called for the block. And it'll stop play with 7:42 left here in this first half. It'll be Reed to inbounds in front of the Murray High bench. He'll do so to Walters. Walters is deep and just right of the key, crossing it left wing for Jolly. Smith has it in the corner left side. Now Reed on the wing. Swinging it to the right. Pig now Jolly on the wing. He's defended by Clark there. Now it'll come back out to Walters. Walters will move it for Smith on the wing. Jolly on the baseline. Short corner. Pass deflected, nearly stolen. Curtis knocks it loose. It's on the deck. Walters gets it back. Drops off for Jolly. Jolly into the body of Clark. A good non-call there, and Clark has the rebound. Curtis coming the other way. Driving to the baseline. Tough shot blocked. Hornbuckle's trying to dig it out of the air, and he's fouled. Jolly maybe holding the big fella's arm, and that is the call. Both teams have been whistled for 4 fouls here in the first half. 18-16, Fleener in for Clark. Tigers by 2. Ethan is just right of the key with a bounce. Right corner, Curtis looking in for Hornbuckle on the box, up over Walters, good. And there's the deep touch. They feed the beast, and Trey Hornbuckle rewards them. It's a 4-point Tiger lead, 20-16. Walters is straight away, defended by Fleener. Into the corner it comes. Jolly to the baseline. Smith back out. Walters turns down the 3. Doesn't love that shot. Not going to take many of them. Reed lifts Clark to the elbow. Right side jumper on the way. No. Clark high for the rebound. Ethan will hand to Curtis. And Dwayne's across the timeline, pushing toward the paint. He's got Foster in the corner. Bryant lifts. Passes out to Curtis. Straight away, Kennedy's fan shot 3. Good. Dwayne Curtis. He's got 6. Foster assisting, and the Tiger lead swells to 7. How do you open the second quarter? Murray High fans, how about on a 7-0 run? 6:19 to play in the second quarter, and a bit of gorgeous basketball breaks out on both ends for the Tigers. And they'll try.
Parker Lincoln in Murray is proud to showcase the 2015 Lincoln Luxury lineup, starting with the 2015 Lincoln MKC, the 2015 Lincoln MKZ that offers 3 driving modes to suit the luxury driving experience you prefer, the ever-popular 2015 Lincoln Navigator with increased MPG and best-in-class third-row legroom. The 2015 Lincoln MKX offers a new panoramic vista roof with skylight views for each passenger row, and the 2015 Lincoln MKS with its rippling turbo power and elegant interior. Come find your level of luxury at Parker Lincoln in Murray.
Marshall County Assistant Coach Brent Lovett offer some instruction. He got an answer he didn't love, and he asked for a substitution. Against full court pressure, Marshall's have it into the front court. Here's Walters attacking on the right side, pulls up off glass, and he's got an outstanding mid-range and driving game. This young man, Dylan Walters, 23-18. That ends the Murray 7-0 run. Will go under 6 to play in the first half. Curtis with it. English being face guarded, still gets the catch against Jolly. Now he works straight away between the circles. Preston's going to come left to Clark. Clark on the wing, defended by Pig. Hornbuckle's trying to carve out position deep. Now Jolly going to steal the pass meant for English. Jolly coming in left side, off glass, good. And how about 4 in a row for Marshall County, refusing to go away. Jolly with his defense again. He's got 5, 23-20 Tigers. 5.5 left in the first half. Curtis using a ball screen from Hornbuckle. Working left with a dribble, drops off for Hornbuckle diving. He's fouled by Smith. Now, one of the things that happened for Trey is he has played such great basketball down the stretch. His free throw shooting has improved almost miraculously. He struggled all season long from the foul line, but then of late has just been marvelous. His first Taylor Family Dental free throw is no good, and of course I had to open my big mouth there. Sorry, Trey. Carry on, young man, as you have. I will say again, though, he's been shooting them at nearly an 80% clip coming home these last couple of weeks. See if he can push the Murray advantage to 4 with 5:21 to play in the first half. He fires, and he got it. Very good. So 3 for Hornbuckle, all in the quarter. Here comes Britt and Fleener. Murray Insurance Agency substitutions, and that means here comes pressure. Few people are quicker than Zach, and Malik happens to be one of them. And they can be a handful when getting up underneath opposing guards. They'll attempt to do so here. Nichols into the contest for Marshall County. He wears number 14. Ball is to Pig. Pig harassed by Britt and Fleener in the backcourt, up ahead to Walters. Will Walters drive it? No, he waits for help. Curtis fanned him out to the corner. Here's Reed on the baseline. Up over English, off glass, good. Nicely done by Aaron Reed. He has 3, and Marshall County pulls within 2. 4:57 to play in the first half. Curtis defended by Walters. Marshall County man-to-man, and right now Nichols is face guarding Clark. Curtis with it out top. Pig is really gluing himself to English. Might get those guys in a little screen-to-screen game between the two of them. Clark tries backdoor, and Nichols denying him the catch. Marshall County recognizing that Ethan really is the facilitator in many cases of this Murray High defense. They love to lift him and have that high post entry. I think I'd just put Clark in the post against Nichols, have him set down on him down there in the low post, and that's what they're going to do. And Nichols fouling him, no call. English working his way to the basket, and Preston English going strong down the left baseline, 26-22. Tigers by 4. Here's Pig over the top to Reed. Reed's going to lay it up and lay it in. Great find by DJ Pig. That was magnificent vision, and the three-quarter court pass leads to the Reed basket. It's a 2-point Tiger lead. 26-24, 3:55 to play in the first half, and Murray High going to take a 30-second Murray Electric timeout. And Marshall County fans inspired by the play of their young men, as well they should. And this has been a situation where both of these teams have played very, very well.
Parker Ford in Murray is going all out on every 2015 Ford model, starting with the brand new look of the Ford Focus, the 2015 Ford Edge with EcoBoost, the sleek new 2015 Ford C-Max, the sporty new fun-to-drive 2015 Ford Fiesta, the captivating 2015 Ford Escape, the always family fun 2015 Ford Expedition, and the ever-empowering truck of trucks, the 2015 Ford Super Duty. And you can find every one of them and more at Parker Ford in Murray, building relationships for nearly a century.
Was about their toughness. It was about their effort together as a team. But even as they won, they didn't play well. What's happening here is these teams are both playing at a very high level, especially on the offensive end of the floor. And as a result, we've got a good one. Tigers by 2 with the basketball. 3:45 left in the first half. Hornbuckle deep catch against Reed. Draws a pair of defenders. Tries to split it. Does, but couldn't finish. Bart Fleener wanted a foul. None comes, and Marshall County the basketball. Walters on right wing, defended by Clark. Reed's going to get the left wing catch. Now into the corner, Pig. Back to Reed. Reed dribbles to the top of the key and swings it right to Smith. Down toward the corner for Walters. He's isolating against Curtis. Coming to the baseline, finds Nichols. Nichols kicks out for Reed. Thought about the three, but gives it up deep left side to Pig. Cross it right side, Walters. Now right wing, Smith. To Reed. Left side, Nichols. He's defended by Fleener. To Walters in the left-hand corner. Working against Curtis. He comes to the baseline. Met by Hornbuckle. Out to Nichols. 17-footer right side. Rattles out. English has the rebound with 2:50 to play in the first half. Tigers lead 26-24. And we're going to get a travel for pulling a pivot foot that I didn't see move. Not a real big fan of that one. That looks like an anticipatory whistle. I know it looked like English was going to travel there as the passing lane he wanted was taken away. But I felt like he held that pivot foot, but the official, of course, has the ultimate vote. I got none, and Marshall County has the basketball, trailing by 2 with 2:40 to play in the first half. Ball comes to Reed. Reed working on the right side, defended by Hornbuckle. Now to Jolly. Jolly straight away, Walters. Curtis defending there. They'll give him a wide berth as Walters prefers the drive to the jumper. Smith left side, Pig left wing. English right on top of him. Pig's going to pull a bouncing jumper from 17 feet. It misses, and it's rebounded by Fleener. Zach is on the move, coming quickly right wing. Stopped by Walters. They'll set the half-court offense, and Trey Hornbuckle took a shot. Didn't like it. The ball is loose. Pig behind his back, and he lost it. a little too much style, not enough substance, and the turnover is going to give it over. And I'll tell you what, DJ didn't do that just for the sake of showing off, though. The proper move to loose himself from the defense was to go behind his back. He did that effectively, but as he wrapped it around, he lost his handle, and Murray gets it back. 1:58 left here in the half. English lobbing in for Hornbuckle. Over the top, Trey has his shot blocked, but a late foul whistle comes in from out high, and that is sure to meet the displeasure of the Marshall County faithful. You know, that's one of those where as a coaching staff and even as observers of the game, it looks a lot like Reed gets a lot of basketball. I'm not saying he didn't foul Trey, but when the guy who is deepest from the play calls it, it certainly can be frustrating for those for whom the foul is called against. The first Taylor Family Dental free throw for Mr. Hornbuckle is no good. He'll have another. Kind of gotten stuck here. 26-24 Tigers. 1:54 to play in the half. Now 27-24 is Trey Silks the second. He's got 4. 1:50 remaining in the half. Tigers working on a 3-point lead. Big into the front court. He'll be doubled by English and Curtis. Gives it up left side, Jolly. Skip it for Walters. And then to Smith. Straightaway 3-ball, airborne and good. Skylar Smith, and he can do that to you. His first of the night, the team's 6th of the first half. 18 of their 27 coming from behind the arc. And we're tied at 27 with 1:28 left in the first half. Curtis has it on right wing. High post catch Clark. Pig defending. Into the corner, Fleener. Hornbuckle on the right block. Working on Reed. Jump shot no good. Rebounded by Smith. It comes to Pig. And he'll walk the ball into the front court against Clark. Working on him right side. Swings it to Smith, who moves it left side, Walters. Now to Smith. English closes him out. Right side catch, Reed. Jolly wants it on the post against Fleener. Bulls his way through him, and he somehow gets it to go on the glass. Fleener was knocked to the floor. A no call came, and Jolly falling as he shot off the right window, and Marshall County leads 29-27. Jolly has 7, 44 seconds left in the half. Fleener working straight away. Right wing catch Curtis. Curtis going to drive it, coming all the way to the rim, and a foul on the floor. Marshall County wanted to travel, but they've got Smith with the bump, and it'll be 1-1 at the Taylor Family Dental free throw line for Dwayne Curtis. Dawson Jolly having himself quite a week. Again, the young man, a tremendous defender. 6 points a contest on the season. 14 Tuesday night. He's got another 7 here in this one. Curtis, free throw, no good. There will not be another. Misses the front end. Tigers trail by 2. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Ball comes right side, Pig. Defended by English. Deep out on the floor. Now to Walters. I think Marshall County content to take the last one if they can of the opening half. Hornbuckle takes the foul against Reed. They have some to give. That's the team foul number 5. Malik Britt's going to check in, a Murray Insurance Agency substitution. I suspect they'll put Malik up underneath somebody to use his quickness. Reed is inbounding. Now, they don't need Malik stuck against Reed. They've left Reed alone under the basket. Can Curtis get there? He does. Deflects it. Can he save it? Nope, out of bounds to Murray High. The Tigers ended up on the scramble there. That was a great hustling play by Curtis, or you would have been looking at a layup for Marshall County. 13.7 remaining in the quarter. Marshalls will enter right in front of the Tiger bench, trying to push out their 2-point lead. Into the backcourt for Walters. Doubled by Britt and Curtis. He's in the backcourt and in trouble. Gets it to Pig. Pig over the top for Jolly. Jolly pushed by Clark. And that was their final foul to give, number 6, with 6.3 remaining in the half. Jolly will inbound underneath the Tiger basket. That's Ethan's second. He will exit as Bryant Foster, the Murray Insurance Agency substitution, and Bart Fleener wanting a little more length on the floor. Going to go to McClure. Britt will exit. It'll be Jolly to inbound, right offensive baseline. He's got Pig, catch and shoot, fadeaway jumper, 18 feet right side, and he buried it. DJ Pig, unique as a jump shooter, and that was gorgeous. And what a shooting display from distance from Marshall County. They'll go to the half with the Big Orange carrying momentum at intermission. Marshall County 31, Murray High 27. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Your Heritage Bank halftime show is next on the Froggy Land Sports Network.
Inside you, there's an outside you. A you that takes the road less traveled than the road less traveled, and finds the comforts of home extremely uncomfortable. This is for that you.
Going to be looking forward to some exciting things ahead. And, of course, Murray High fans these last 2 years, what a treat they've had. These Tigers, 23 wins last year, 25 so far this season. We're back to work in the third quarter. Our co-equipment lineups, it's Walters, Pig, Jolly, French, and Smith for Marshall County. They have the basketball for Murray High. Clark, Curtis, English, Hornbuckle, and Fleener. Here's French, the deep catch left side against Hornbuckle. Spinning hook, won't go. Jolly's on the glass, can't finish. Fleener's going to pull it out of there. Tigers trail by 4. Zach is in transition. Curtis, deep left side three, pull, good. Dwayne Curtis, the deep Kennedy's Fan Shop three-point field goal. He's pulled the Tigers within one, 31-30, and the Marshall County advantage. Pig coming left side, Walters. Give him room, again playing from the drive. Smith in the corner, now back to French. French for Jolly, swinging it right side. They'll give it up to Walters toward right corner. He's got Pig. Catch and shoot three on the way. No good. Hornbuckle the box out and the rebound. Curtis for Fleener. Fleener lickety split coming quick. Contact, no call. Basket good. Zach Fleener to the left hand. And that was really good from the junior guard. And a delay of game warning, I believe, against the Tigers there. Tapping the ball toward the stands after the basket. Zach was 7 on the very pretty driving finish. Probably deserved an and one there as well. Smith comes in to DJ Pig. A 5-0 run for the Tigers to start the third. They lead 32-31. Walters picks up his bounce and comes left to Smith. Back to Walters just inside midcourt. Walters comes right. Looking for this is Smith left of the key. Skylar Smith working against Ethan Clark. Coming right with a bounce. Picks up his dribble. Here's Pig again, curling off the screen. English right with him lockstep. To Smith it comes. Clark will put a little pressure on. Hand off Walters. 6.5 to play in the third. A 1-point Murray High lead. The Lady Tigers had to work and work for their championship. Same for the Tigers. Here's Smith. Catch and shoot threes. Skylar Smith's got another one. And Smith now with 6. He can flat out shoot it at another one of these guys. And, boy, they have blistered the nets from deep tonight. 34-32. The Marshall County lead is 2. Clark, nice feed to Hornbuckle. Can't get it to go off the left block. That was a gorgeous bounce pass, but Trey, under duress, couldn't get it to go. Marshall County a 2-point lead in the ball. Walters has his bounce, backs it up. 5:55 to play in the third. He's wanting to attack Curtis. Fleener helps. Back to Smith it comes. French in the corner right side. One dribble and fans it across to Smith. Smith has got Walters on a back cut. It's deflected, though, and picked up by Jolly. Jolly on left wing. He'll drive Fleener. Pushed him, and that's an offensive foul every time, every day. Yes, sir. And I love it when you get the look of astonishment from everybody involved, as if that just didn't happen. Jolly using the left hand for separation, and the offensive foul will give it back to Murray with 5:38 remaining in the third quarter. 34-32. Tigers down a deuce. And Fleener working right with a bounce. Hand off Curtis on right wing through a ball screen from Clark. A lot of body contact from Smith. No call. Smith has Curtis on the switch. Going to give it up to Fleener. Deep right side. We'll go under 5:20 remaining in the third quarter. 34-32 Marshall County. Hand off again. They'll switch it with Jolly. Now through the ball screen of Hornbuckle. Curtis coming right to left to Clark from the left side. Has Fleener. Fleener wants the lane. Coming all the way to the left side. Scoop shot. English and good. The Kings English. And Zach Fleener, 4 in the quarter. 34 all were tied. Fleener has 9, and he looks to be amphibious, or that's ambidextrous, isn't it, when you use both hands equally well. To the left hand again. 4:45 in the third. French picks it up and comes to Walters. Walters straight away against Curtis. Now comes left side Jolly, deep and near the timeline. Fleener defending, now Walters. A little space and spread. It comes to French. French on the right side, defended there by Hornbuckle. Have to respect French out at the three-point line. He's made 2 already tonight. Walters has the clear side. He'll drive it. Help from Hornbuckle. Walters ducks in, and that's Dylan Walters at his best. He has 4, 36-34, Marshals by 2. Curtis deep on the right side. Jolly defending. It comes to Clark. Clark wants Hornbuckle right box on the baseline. Powers up. Help comes. Tries to rise up and finish, and they've got a foul on the floor. French or Jolly. Let's see. Jolly with the hit. And on Dawson, that is his third personal foul at the 4:08 mark of the third. Zach to inbound for Murray High. Comes into Clark right side. Ethan will keep it. Working against Skylar Smith. On the block to Hornbuckle. Powering through French. Off glass good. And the big man winning position. And then the soft touch. He's got a half dozen. We're tied again. 36-36. 3:50 to play in the third. Fleener on ball defending Jolly. Jolly's going to he's going to fake the handoff and come right. Now he's going to pick up and give to Pig. They'll double him on the switch. French has got Jolly on the baseline. He tries to finish. He can't, but there's Smith. Offensive rebounding, Skylar Smith. 5 in the quarter, 8 in the contest. Marshall County 38, Murray 36. Fleener coming again. Drops off Hornbuckle up and in. And Fleener with the creation. And Hornbuckle the finish. Trey's got 8. It is a 30-second Murray Electric timeout for Bart Fleener, and he is furious with his club about the defensive execution.
We've been able to help our families and community grow for over 15 years.
People in our community have goals and dreams just like everyone.
We do more than just banking. This is a people-first business.
Over the years, banking technology has changed.
There's never been more ways for us to serve our customers.
Online and mobile banking that includes features allowing you to make deposits from your phone.
So you can always have access to your money when you need it.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I'm very proud to say that's my bank.
It'll be Marshall County basketball. Length of the floor to navigate, and full court pressure coming from Murray High. Ball comes in for Pig. Pig working against English. It'll be man-to-man. They back the full court pressure off. Preston just escorting him up. Now it comes to Reed. Reed straight away. Hornbuckle gives him a little bit of berth. It'll come left side to Walters. For Jolly, right of the key, the baseline cut for Smith, and the pass through his hands and out of bounds to Murray High. A little flex action there across the baseline. But an unforced error returns it to the Tigers. We'll go under 3 to play in the third. We're tied at 38. And Curtis working left of the key against Jolly. Through the back door, English, but it's picked off by Pig. The pass, Aaron, and intercepted. Pig running against Clark. Left-handed layup, no, but Ethan whistled for the foul, and DJ Pig will shoot 2 with 2:49 remaining in the third quarter. On Ethan, his third. Foul difficulty, a non-issue for either club in terms of team fouls. That is 2 on the Marshals, 1 on the Tigers. Pig connecting on the first free throw. DJ has 9 in the contest. Bryant Foster will be a Murray Insurance Agency substitution. And he'll enter now as Pig rips through the second free throw. Pig into double figures with 10. And the Marshals reclaim another 2-point advantage. And the seesaw continues to lean to Marshall County at the moment. Tiger basketball. And Marshall County going to offer up a little full court escort. No particular intensity. Nichols to the scorer's table for Marshall County. Here's Fleener, right side English. Hornbuckle on the box against Reed. Big man loses it on the lift, and it's picked up by Pig. Trey had what he wanted, but couldn't hold it. And Pig's on the run in the middle of the lane. He steps through, scoop shot up, and good. Boy, that was fantastic from DJ Pig. He's got a dozen, and Marshall County's got a 4-point lead, 42-38. Back to where we started, coming out of intermission. 2:10 to play here in the third. Fleener for English. Preston looking to drive it. He'll step back for 3, and he buried it. Preston English, fantastic on the Kennedy's Fan Shop 3-point field goal. English with a game-high 15, and the ripple of the triple pulls the Tigers within 1. 1:53 left here in the third. Walters has it high on the right side. Now comes to the middle of the floor in the offensive half court. Back right side, Reed. as they'll space and spread. Walters defended by Curtis. Now Pig on left wing. Foster with him. Walters now cycles it for Smith. Smith is left of the key, works back right to Walters. Curtis right up underneath. 90 seconds to play in the third. Marshall by 1. Walters wants to go by. Curtis turns him away. It comes back out to Smith. Smith to Jolly on right wing. Jolly tries the baseline, spinning, twisting, turning, and ultimately traveling with a basketball. Murray gets it back. 1:18 left in the third. Here's Nichols replacing Jolly. Lucas Nichols wears number 14. He joins Smith, Reed, Walters, and Pig. The Tigers go with Fleener, English, Curtis, Hornbuckle, and Foster. Fleener into the front court. He's got English on right wing, working against Pig. He lifts him. He drives it. He has it taken away by Walters, and a late and tepid whistle comes in from the side, and that leaves Gus Gillespie with his head in his hands, and I can't say as I blame him. Again, that's that situation where, not that Preston wasn't fouled, but when the whistle comes late and with no conviction, it does not give you confidence about the call. The first free throw from Preston at the Taylor Family Dental free throw line is no good. He will have another with 1:05 left in the third. He can tie this game at 42. Jamonte McClure, a Murray Insurance Agency substitution. He relieves Mr. Hornbuckle. Preston again, and he missed it again. Too strong. Missed them both, and the Tigers still trail by 1. 58 seconds remaining in the third. Pig driving against Foster, coming all the way to the baseline. Ball knocked loose. No whistle. It'll stay with the Marshals. And Gus Gillespie talked to David Smithmeyer about the call on the other end still. Hard for coaches to let him go sometimes. Pig to enter off right offensive baseline. He's got Reed in the right-hand corner. He's defended by Preston English. Going to hand it off for Pig, deep and right. Foster's with DJ right up underneath him. He comes left with the bounce, wants Nichols through the back door. Fleener to flex, and Curtis steals. Curtis on the run in transition. Has Foster right wing. Bryant will give it back out to Fleener as Marshall County gets back defensively. Final 30 seconds of the third. Tigers might well want the final opportunity of the quarter. They will see. They're going to run English off the rub. He's going to attack from up top. Coming to the glass, won't go. A lot of contact, no call, and he couldn't finish. Beautiful take, but it would not go. And with 14 seconds left in the third, Marshall County has a chance to extend their 1-point advantage. Ball comes to Pig. He drives it left. Got away with the travel. Shot blocked as the quarter ends. And what has been a phenomenal basketball game tonight stays same. We've got 24 minutes down. We've got 8 to go. And Marshall County holds a 1-point lead. Marshall's 42, Tigers 41. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll come roaring back. Fourth quarter action coming your way. You're listening to the Froggy Land Sports Network.
Parker Ford in Murray, Kentucky is now doing alignments on all extra-long wheelbase trucks, including 4-door long box dualies and dual-wheel Super Duty crew cab trucks of any brand, make, or model. Our factory-trained and certified technicians use the newest in laser alignment that incorporates the latest software for even new 2014 models, whether your vehicle is 2- or 4-wheel drive. And Parker Ford is one of the only extra-long Super Duty crew cab truck alignment service centers in Western Kentucky. Extend your tires' life, get better gas mileage, and above all else, create a safer ride.
Parker Ford in Murray, Kentucky.
But Marshall County doing all they can to deny win number 26. The Marshals lead at 42-41, and we're back to work in the fourth. Here's Foster with it for Murray High. He'll give to Fleener. Fleener is straight away and defended by Walters. He'll now navigate to the left side. He is deep, coming back toward the middle of the floor. He'll come right with a bounce. Hands off for Foster. Foster met by Walters on the switch. Foster working on the left wing. Hands off for Clark. Boy, I'd love to see Clark run Nichols down in the post. A significant size advantage there for the 6'3" junior. Ethan's going to catch it behind the left corner three-point line. Here's Foster, catch and shoot for Bryant from the left wing. It's no good. Clark is high for the rebound. Kicks out English. English along the baseline. He's got Fleener on the skip right side. Fleener's going to drive it. And now he'll circle back out and they'll reset with 7:15 to play in the fourth. Now it'll be Pig to take the assignment on Clark. Nichols face guarding English. Clark driving on Pig, coming to the left block, raising up over, jump hook, won't go. Reed has the rebound. and he gives up to Walters. Good defensive stand for the Marshals. Their lead still 42-41. 6:53 to play in the fourth. Here's French with it straight away. Right side, Nichols. English defending there. Back to French. And this again is that spread in space. They'll back cut off of it. French straight away. And we've got a 5-second violation on French. And Gus Gillespie says, I don't think the count was on him there, was it? What Marshall County is doing is a version of Coach Ron Green's 4 to score. I know Coach Green is looking on. I'm not sure that Marshall County has the spacing quite to Coach Green's liking. I'd have to check with him to see if they've got it quite high enough and spaced well enough, but he used it to perfection throughout his coaching career many, many times. Here's Fleener handing off for English, and he pulls the three, and he knocks it down. Preston English again, another Kennedy's Fan Shop 3-point field goal. The young man with 18, and he rides to the rescue to give the Tigers a 2-point lead. 44-42, 6:10 to play in the fourth. Reed comes left side for French. It comes to Walters. Walters drives the lane, met there by Fleener on the double, out to Jolly straight away. We'll go under 6 to play. The Tigers lead by 2. Walters for French, and the Tigers getting down in Garden, and Marshall County says, let's talk about it. We'll take a Murray Electric timeout. Marshall County will take a full. It stops action. 5:54 left in the fourth. The Tigers 44, the Marshalls 42. We'll take a 30-second break. The fantastic fourth quarter comes your way next on the Froggy Land Sports Network.
There's nothing worse than when your favorite beverage loses its frosty goodness. That's why we made the Rambler Tumbler. The Rambler has double-wall vacuum insulation for maximum cold retention. In fact, keeps ice 2 times longer than plastic tumblers. And that vacuum insulation gives it a no-sweat design. It's available in 2 sizes, the 30-ounce and 20-ounce. There's nothing better than a Rambler to keep your frosty drink frosty.
Of junior Preston English leads all scores with 18, and he's given the Tigers a 44-42 lead. Marshall County has the basketball. DJ Pigg out to Dylan Walters. He's high and straight away, working right with a bounce. Picks it up and fans to Pigg on the right wing. English right with him, now back to Walters. Curtis will give him a little bit of room. Clark trying to deny Smith the catch. Smith will get it deep out on the left wing. Here's Pigg. Floating to the corner, dropping for Jolly on the baseline. Up over Hornbuckle, can't finish. Tapped around, French falling to the floor. That's a travel. None called. He lost the basketball, though. English had it. Walters took it back. English took it from him. And Murray High has it with 5:22 to play in the fourth. They were looking for Clark. Fleener missed him early, then came to him late and deflected out of bounds by Smith. But Murray will retain it with 5:18 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Tigers lead 44-42. Fleener deep into the backcourt for Curtis. Zach with Dwayne, Ethan, Trey, and Preston right now. Curtis is right of the key. Coming left with the bounce. He'll hand off for Fleener, who comes back right and straight away. We are going under 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth. The Tigers lead 44-42. Curtis in the left corner. Driving it to the lane. Floating jumper won't go. Rebound claimed by Hornbuckle. Slams into French, and he's fouled. And a huge rebound from Trey Hornbuckle there, getting a second chance opportunity. And a pair of Taylor Family Dental free throws for the senior center. His first one is good. Very nicely done, Trey. He's got 9. Curtis has 9. Fleener has 9. 3 of a kind, and then double the 9, and you got English's 18. 45-42 Tigers, and the silky smooth touch of Trey Hornbuckle. He has 10 now, and the Tiger lead is 4. 46-42. 4:47 and ticking in this fourth quarter. Walters straight away, coming left for Smith, defended by Clark. Block catch, Jolly wants to post Fleener. Spins left and lays it up and in. Nicely done by Dawson Jolly. He's got 9. 46-44. 2-point Tiger lead. Jolly hands all over English. That's a foul, and you got to call it. Holding the man there. Fleener gives it up to Curtis on the handoff. Curtis defended by Walters. He's working left and handing back off to Fleener. Zach's going to bring it back near the timeline and straight away. Now he'll work right with the bounce. Clark on the wing. They want Hornbuckle down low right block. Here it is. Deep catch against French. Turns middle to a double team. Lost his handle. Kicks out for English. Preston steps back for another three, and this one's no good. And Walters pulls down the rebound. Marshall County down 2 with the basketball. 3:55 to play in the fourth. Walters working on Fleener, coming to the lane, dropping off for Jolly. Jolly fouled, and he scored it. And that was created by Dylan Walters, and Dawson Jolly's magical week continues with the basket. He's tied the game at 46. Jolly averages 6 points a contest, 14 Tuesday, 11 in the contest tonight, and he'll shoot a free throw, a chance for 12, and more importantly, a chance to give the Marshals a 1-point lead. His free throw is airborne and good. 47-46, Jolly going to get a rest as Aaron Reed re-enters, but a 5-0 run there by the Marshals have given them the advantage. 3:45 and ticking in the fourth. Fleener's going to walk the ball into the front court. Walters will wait on him. Curtis off the elevator cut, catching up top, driving on Smith, coming left, teardrop won't go, ball's tapped around, headed toward the end line, last touch by Marshall, I think, and David Smithmeyer's going to come in and say, yep, that'll be Murray High basketball. As you might guess, that did not make the Marshall County faithful all that pleased. Looks like Fleener will enter. He'll do that off the right offensive baseline with 3:30 to play in the fourth. Coming out top to Clark. Clark just right of the key, handing for Fleener. 47-46, Marshall County by a point. Curtis on right wing has the catch, working against Smith. Hornbuckle wants it deep against French. They'll come to English left of the key. Preston will pull back, and they'll reset the action. Fleener. Pig gives him a wide berth, playing him for the drive. English into the post, Hornbuckle. Turning middle and scoring it. Trey Hornbuckle, beautifully done. A great entry from Preston English, and then the power of Trey Hornbuckle giving Murray High back the advantage. Hornbuckle with a dozen. 48-47 Tigers. Full court pressure set, and it'll be Reed to inbound. Into Pig it will come. Now it comes to Walters, and he'll walk the ball toward the front court. Picks up his pace a little bit. Comes right side to Pig. English right with him, trying to deny that three-point look. Reed swings it left for Walters. Walters drives, coming to the baseline, drops off for Reed. That's French underneath. And again, Walters' drive scrambles the defense, and Matthew French lays it in, and Marshall County leads again, 49-48. And we've hit the 2.5 mark of this fourth quarter. What a basketball game here in the Boys District Championship tilt. English driving from right wing, gives up to Clark. Clark's going to drive left. He's got Curtis open, left corner three ball on the way. It's no good. Rebound tapped around. English has it, lays it in, and it was Clark that kept it alive. And English, right spot, right time, and Preston now with 20. And his follow basket gives Murray a 50-49 lead. We'll have a Murray Electric full timeout. Clock stop with 2:13 left in the fourth. We'll take a 30-second break, and I got a feeling when we come back, it'll be a furious finish. You're listening to the Froggyland Sports Network.
We've been able to help our families and community grow for over 15 years.
People in our community have goals and dreams just like everyone.
We do more than just banking. This is a people-first business.
Over the years, banking technology has changed.
There's never been more ways for us to serve our customers.
Online and mobile banking that includes features allowing you to make deposits from your phone.
So you can always have access to your money when you need it.
I am.
I'm very proud to say that's my bank.
Callaway County Principal Randy McCallan, and he was just saying what a great place for high school basketball this is. And I echo that 1,000%. It has enough room to get a lot of fans in here, but it has the intimacy in this building. You're close, you're on top of action, and boy, when it gets hot in here, it gets hot, and it's barn burner time down the stretch. Marshall County trailing the Tigers by 1. They'll enter facing full court pressure. English with Pig, and then again it'll be the man-to-man variety, so they'll walk everybody else off, and Pig will bring the ball into the front court, giving it up for Walters. Walters now for Jolly. Fleener gambles, and Jolly lost the ball. Clark never saw it. It makes its way to Smith, and Marshall County averted a near disaster there. Walters has it. 1:50 left in the fourth. The Tigers lead by 1, 50-49 our score. Pig on right wing, defended by English. Straight away Smith. Every dribble, every pass contested. Everything matters now with a district championship on the line. Forget the fact that both these teams go into the region. They both want this title right here, right now. Walters for French. French on the left side deep. 90 seconds left in the fourth. Would Marshall County like to take this one to the wire? Are they going to try and win this in a final possession? That is the question, and will Murray High let them? That is the other question. We've got a full timeout, but I'm going to stay right here, folks. We've got 1:26 remaining in the fourth quarter, and very interesting because
Parker Lincoln in Murray is proud to showcase the 2015 Lincoln Luxury lineup, starting with the 2015 Lincoln MKC, the 2015 Lincoln MKZ that offers 3 driving modes to suit the luxury driving experience you prefer, the ever-popular 2015 Lincoln Navigator with increased MPG and best-in-class third-row legroom. The 2015 Lincoln MKX offers a new panoramic vista roof with skylight views for each passenger row, and the 2015 Lincoln MKS with its rippling turbo power and elegant interior. Come find your level of luxury at Parker Lincoln in Murray.
Marshall County to dictate terms here, or will he attack with his defense? Will he trap? Will he scramble? Will he try and make Marshall County uncomfortable with 86 seconds left, 1:26 left here in the fourth? The Tigers lead by 1, and the trap comes out of the timeout. Curtis and Fleener after Walters. He comes right side for Pig. Pig over the top and knocked away and stolen. Hornbuckle taps it to English. The Tigers attacked, and what a play by the defense. They force the issue and come up with a turnover with 1:10 remaining in the fourth. Walters goes for the steal on Fleener. Can't get it. Now they may have to take the foul, and they've got so many to give. That will be team foul 5, and if Murray gets to where they need to foul, they've still got 4 to give. They've only got 2 team fouls here in the second half on Marshall County. That is team foul 5. Pigs first. 1:04. Marshall County would be well advised to go for a held ball. The arrow is in their favor. It's Fleener to come in off the sideline. He'll go for Hornbuckle, and they'll take the foul on Trey, and I'd be very careful how hard I fouled that gentleman. You stick your arm in there too hard, you might not get it back. 1:03. Marshall County does a great job of fouling immediately. Bryant Foster's going to check in. He'll be a Murray Insurance Agency substitution. He's going to relieve Trey. 50-49, the Tigers lead it. 1:03 remaining in the fourth. It'll be Fleener to inbound off left sideline. He's going to have to come to Clark, and before he can do that, Bart Fleener's going to call a Murray Electric timeout. Again, we'll stay here. It'll be a full with 1:03 remaining in the fourth. Both teams, I believe now, are going to be down to 1 timeout. That is what the board shows. 1 timeout for Murray, 1 timeout for Marshall County. The possession arrow is...
Parker Ford in Murray is going all out on every 2015 Ford model, starting with the brand new look of the Ford Focus, the 2015 Ford Edge with EcoBoost, the sleek new 2015 Ford C-Max, the sporty new fun-to-drive 2015 Ford Fiesta, the captivating 2015 Ford Escape, the always family fun 2015 Ford Expedition, and the ever-empowering truck of trucks, the 2015 Ford Super Duty. And you can find every one of them and more at Parker Ford in Murray, building relationships for nearly a century.
It'll be Foster to inbound for Murray. He plays with Fleener, English, Clark, and Curtis. The Marshalls with Smith, Jolly, Pig, Reed, and Walters. Here we go from the left front court sideline. Into Clark it comes, and that'd be the man to foul. Ethan has struggled at the line. He splits a double team, drops off for English, and he's called for the offensive foul. Unbelievable. Holy cow, what a play. Clark had split the double team, was driving and had dropped it off. Preston English was going to have a wide open layup, and they call Clark for the offensive foul against Jolly. And in college and professional basketball, that would never, ever stand. The defender would be in the restricted area there, underneath the cup, underneath the basket, but there is no such area in high school basketball. They call the offensive foul, and Marshall County will have it. If there's any silver lining for Murray, and not much, but that's their third team foul. That moves that number closer if they need it. But remember, the Tigers still lead by 1, 50-49, 57.7 remaining in the fourth, but a sure 2 wiped off the board there. Wow. Length of the floor for Marshall County to travel. Reed to inbound. Pig has it deep in the corner. They double. He gives off to Reed. Reed harassed by Curtis. Coming up into the front court. Remember, Murray has fouls to give, and Clark takes one. That will be team foul 4. They just want to get themselves in position taking these fouls, and they also want to slow down the progress. The bad news, though, for Murray High on Clark, that is his 5th. So the indispensable senior forward, and I'm going to guess had forgotten and was not alerted to how many fouls he had on him. Ethan has not scored tonight, and it has been a struggle for him shooting the basketball of late down the stretch. Still been a marvelous year, and he impacts this team in so many ways beyond scoring points. Great defender, active rebounder, very fine passer, great ball handler from the forward spot. But they're going to miss his versatility and his toughness now as he fouls out. Trey Hornbuckle is back. Hornbuckle will work with Foster, Curtis, English, and Fleener. Tigers 50, Marshall's 49, 51.1 seconds remaining in the fourth. Into Pig it comes. Foster has the defensive coverage there. Pig spins and comes to the middle of the floor. Gives up to Walters. 43 seconds. And Fleener going to take a foul on Jolly. Team foul 5. And I don't know that they'll take another one now. But they've got themselves in that neighborhood that if they need to get Marshall County to the foul line at some point, they're in the neighborhood. Ball comes into Pig. And Foster, I don't think Coach Fleener wanted to take it. And he told him, yeah, he said now, because now you lose the one to give. Now any foul that happens, Marshall will shoot a free throw and can take the lead on you. So they made an error there in terms of execution. And both teams now with 16 fouls. 37 seconds left in the fourth. Tigers by 1, 50-49. Walters has it out deep and just right of the key, and I'm surprised that Murray hasn't gone back to the scramble to make them give it up, but they're going to play it out, it appears. We're going to the wire, folks. 20 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Tigers by 1. Marshall County the basketball, and folks in this building about to get on their feet one way or another. Marshall County's faithful rise as 1. Time for Murray High to answer. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. Here comes Walters attacking Curtis to the lane, dropping off for Jolly. His shot is blocked, and no call. Fleener has it up ahead to Foster, and Murray High wins the district tournament championship. And Murray High 50, Marshall County 49, and the Marshall County coaching staff absolutely furious that there's no call on the Jolly shot attempt. Turned away by Hornbuckle and company, and Gus Gillespie is letting them have it. Absolutely furious on the non-call. And the Tigers have won it by 1, surviving at the wire. Jolly had the touch on the baseline, went for the finish, and turned away. And then, of course, chaos broke out. The Tigers able to clear the ball from the basket area. Marshall unable to foul. 50-49 is the final. A tremendous effort from both of these teams. And one of those situations where what do you do in that final moment? Marshall County, of course, wanting the foul call. Murray, of course, wanting none. None came. And the Tigers survive and sweep the 4th District Tournament Championships. An interesting night here at Jeffrey Gymnasium, to say the least. So again, folks, your 4th District Tournament Championship final, 50-49, the Tigers win it. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we return, we'll have our David Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram post-game show here on the Froggyland Sports Network.
Inside you, there's an outside you. A you that takes the road less traveled than the road less traveled, and finds the comforts of home extremely uncomfortable. This is for that you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into our second David Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram postgame show of the night. The all-tournament teams have been named: from Callaway County, Jonah Brannon; Marshall County's Dawson Jolly and DJ Pig; and Murray's Dwayne Curtis, Trey Hornbuckle, and Preston English, the selections. Congratulations to those young men, and Marshall County will receive the runner-up trophy. And I know a disappointed group of young men, but I tell you what, while Gus Gillespie's team may be disappointed in the outcome, they should be very, very proud of their effort. That is a tremendous group in terms of what they have done this week, and I think when you see them play with the kind of urgency and just the passion they played this week with, they're not going to be a real fun club to see in the first region tournament. Again, I do believe their best days are going to be ahead, their brightest days ahead in the future. DJ Pig, when he graduates, will be missed in a huge, huge way. He's been a great player for this program. But that sophomore class plus Dawson Jolly, they're really good. They've got more help on the way from the 8th grade level. Coach Gillespie and his staff, again, doing a typically excellent job. But the Tigers are the district tournament champions, and Bart Fleener and his guys, their magical ride continues, now 26-5 on the season. And these guys will enter the first region tournaments as one of the favorites. Many will say Paducah Tillman is the number one favorite, and they are undefeated in region play. I would not quarrel with such an assessment. Brad Stieg has a phenomenal basketball team, but these Tigers are really, really good. One of the biggest question marks, though, that still looms, I think, is what about the health? What about the knee of James Boone? Can he return in the regional tournament? These guys have played so well without him, but tonight a reminder how much they miss that other great weapon. Remember, he had 28 points in the overtime win down in Draftonville. He is a terrific talent. Nobody would want to say their club was as well off when you don't have a piece like that. What we want for James long-term, of course, is to be healthy, to go on and have a great career down at Samford and Birmingham and follow his dreams of playing college basketball, but just would love to see him have the chance to pursue a championship with his teammates. They've had such a great year and would hate for that to be derailed by injury, but we'll play the wait-and-see game like everybody else is. The earliest the fellows would play next week would be on Wednesday. Depending on which side of the draw they end up in, they could also play a first-round game on Thursday, so they're going to have 6 to 7 days to continue to rehab and evaluate James, and we'll see what happens. But this is a very impressive group of young men, and congratulations to them on what they have accomplished here tonight, winning the 4th District Tournament Championship. We owe you a commercial timeout. We'll let you hear from some of our very fine sponsors. When we return, we'll have your individual scoring, we'll have your Murray Bank players of the game, and we'll talk to Murray High head coach Bart Fleener. We'll do all of that right here on the Froggyland Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to 4th District Tournament Championship night. Murray High has made it a clean sweep, though I'm going to tell you what, it took everything they had, both the girls and the boys, to get past Marshall County here tonight. The ladies, a school record-tying 30th victory, 48-34 over Marshall County, but the Lady Marshalls, again, made things very, very difficult in this one here tonight. And then the Marshalls with an outstanding effort, making Bart Fleener's team go for 32 minutes before winning it 50-49. And we'll welcome Coach Fleener in here to our press box location at Callaway County's Jeffrey Gymnasium. And I will tell you, there is Isaiah. He was one of the great prophets, and Bart Fleener can be added to the list because he told me this morning he expected this would be a 32-minute game. And, Coach, I believe right to the second it took all 32 minutes.
Boy, didn't it. And I know I sound like a broken record, but I couldn't be more proud of our guys and the effort they gave tonight against a valiant effort from Marshall County. Really, really shot the ball well. They were 6 of 8 from the three-point line the first half, and gave us all that we wanted and more. They made a couple more threes in the second half, and to our guys' credit, they did not go away, and I thought we showed composure when we had to have it. Preston English made some huge shots. Trey Hornbuckle was huge inside, and our other guys that played were good enough in different ways. Dwayne had 9. I think Zach had 9, and they were all big. I thought we were pretty on point defensively, even though they shot a really high percentage, and it's not going to look great. I thought that defensively we actually weren't bad. We couldn't get them turned over tonight like we had the first 2 times, and so we didn't get any easy baskets that made us have to earn everything we got. And to our guys' credit, we just kept fighting. We found a way to get ahead. We used our fouls pretty judiciously late. We used one of them earlier than I wanted to, and we had a wrong guy use one of them. We'll work on that in the last second situation. I think that was number 43 on the list. Of
well, that's way down the list.
Making sure you don't have a guy with 4 fouls in when you're giving fouls to, we got fouls to give, and we had a guy with 4 fouls in. So it wasn't I wouldn't say that was my sharpest coaching move. But anyway, again, to play without JB and to finish like we finished, I thought it was big.
This was a high-level high school basketball game. Both teams, I thought the intensity and the effort was phenomenal. And, we look at different things, and we talked to Coach Turner about the circumstances of her game. The game was just hard, and part of it was because Marshall County's ladies played well. Part of it was because our ladies didn't play real well tonight. But tonight, the margin of this one was close. Not because of any failing on either side. It was just because we saw great high school basketball from tip to buzzer.
I think you're right. I mean, from the very beginning, we got off our early 6-0, and you hope that, well, maybe it'll be good. Maybe we'll get a lead and play with a lead for most of the night. But they erased that quickly, and it was 6-6. And then from that point on, it was pretty much we got up 23-16 midway through the second, felt like we were in a good shape, and they had a 15-4 run to end the half. Some really hot shooting to go up 4, and we came out. Dwayne makes a big 3 to start the second half. We get the lead. From that point on, it was just back and forth and back and forth. And there'll be a lot to learn from going forward next week. We can use a lot of what happened tonight to move forward next week. And I think you've got 2 teams out of the 4th district, Marshall County and Murray. They're going to be really tough outs in the first region.
Coach, it struck me down the stretch again, and even though you had some things there in the final moments that you would have liked to have executed better, especially on the offensive end, you talked about Preston, who, he's showing us a little bit of everything in his offensive game tonight. In the stretch, in the clutch, he had the step-back 3 over the defender, which was big time and impressive. But I just thought offensively your guys had a real good idea what they wanted to do. It wasn't easy to get to it. Sometimes it took time to get to it. But if you wanted to get Preston a catch, if you wanted to get Trey the deep touch, I thought the recognition and the patience to get what you wanted was really good.
I do too, and I thought Zach really set us up early with his drives and dishes to people in the right places. He could have taken some shots. He chose not to. It's probably the best choice, because when he goes by people, then, man, he's really hard to stop. If they don't stop him, he's going to shoot a layup. If they do stop him, he's going to find the guy that he needs to find to get it where it needs to go. And so I thought that was big early. It lets Dwayne play off the ball a little bit, allows him to get his 3 game on. I think if we look back through the year, when Dwayne has made more threes than any time is when he's been off the ball,
right.
And that's been a really, if you can say, well, that's been a nice addition with James not out there. We sure like to have him back and hope to have him back, because he completes our team. Like Jerry Maguire said, you complete me. I think James completes us and makes us a team worthy of going a long way if we'll do the things we're supposed to do defensively.
I thought it was clear tonight, Coach, that the absence of another scorer was evident. You'd like that one more weapon that gives you some separation. But I told our audience that the credit to these kids is that they have not used James' absence as a crutch. It has not defined them. It has not slowed them down in any way. And so even incomplete, you guys are very, very formidable. And I think the great thing, obviously, is if you can get him back, and I hope that as much for him as I do, the team situation,
Definitely.
Because this is his last opportunity at this. But just really proud, as you say, of these guys because of the diligence of their effort. I think that's the thing that has stood out about them all year long. the talent here is fantastic. And if you couldn't play, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have won 26 times. But the cohesiveness, the togetherness in one direction, I don't know, they just won't quit playing. I like it.
I do too. They're not going to go away no matter what. And tonight was our 6th championship game in 2 years. And I told the guys that's something to be proud of. We're now 3-3 in those games. We had an All-A region championship last year. We played a district championship and a regional championship where we came up a little short, close games. We had an All-A region championship this year. We had an All-A state championship and a district championship tonight where we won a really, really close game. To go and do what we want to do in the next week and a half, 2 weeks at the CFSB Center, we'll have to win some close games is my strong opinion.